Hi, Darren Findling of QuietTitle.com at the 2019 Oakland County Treasurer Tax Sale. It's a big event held at the Ultimate Soccer here in Pontiac, Michigan. Lots of people come to bid on properties that are available for sale following a tax reversion. There's lots that you need to know about the tax sale, and we're going to spend some time explaining everything you ever wanted to know about the tax sale. The process begins by lining up in this line to pre-register to make certain that you have the credentials to be an authorized bidder at the sale. Otherwise, you're just a spectator. To avoid the long lines on the registration, we think getting here early, well before the 10 a.m. beginning of the auction, is a really good strategy. It'll allow you to just get comfortable and relaxed with the setting so you're not rushed right into the auction. At this particular sale, there are about 500 people that are qualified bidders. They close the bidding, the ability to become a qualified bidder, the Friday before the sale. So it's really important that you just don't show up here unless you just simply want to watch. You have to actually make sure that all your material is in advance. About 200 properties, and the bidding will last quite a bit of time. It moves very quickly. As people start finding their way to their seats, there are really good pieces of information that are displayed for all the bidders in front of the podium that's right over my shoulder. Information about the use of certified funds. There's rules around how the sale will occur. So I always, again, recommend getting into that seat, getting comfortable, reading through the rules, because what happens is when that sale begins, it starts moving quick. And we always recommend that you, in advance of bidding, put your maximum amount that you'd be willing to buy for that property on a piece of paper and never exceed it, because during the bidding itself, there is a lot of momentum and a lot of energy, and you can get caught in the moment, and all of a sudden you're in a bidding war for a property and you pay far in excess of the amount that you had anticipated purchasing. So write the amount of money in advance on the piece of paper next to the property that you're willing to spend and stick to it. Be disciplined. Some other important pieces of information to know when you're here at the sale is that all of the purchases are as is, meaning you acquire the property as it sits. So if there is a property that has been demolished or is in terrible condition, that's what you get. The other thing is what we call where is. Often people think they're buying one property and learn subsequently that the property they purchase is not the structure, but rather the vacant lot next door. So it's critical that you match up the property with the legal description. Don't end up buying a fire hydrant on a vacant strip when you thought you were buying an apartment building. That would be a horrible mistake. I want to reiterate the importance of purchasing the correct property, because there are absolutely no refunds provided at the county sale. So if you buy the wrong property, you're stuck with the wrong property. Another thing is that you must come up with the funds by 4:30 that day. So if you get caught in the excitement and overbid and don't have sufficient means, you got a problem. You got to pay in full by 4:30 p.m. the day of the auction. Also understand that some of these properties that you purchase may have a tenant in them, which means that even after you acquire the property successfully at the sale, you're going to need to commence an eviction process. An eviction process is done through the district court. It takes a bit of time to get those people out of the property. And one of the risks associated with an eviction is the risk that as the tenants who are wrongfully in the property leave, they can cause all sorts of damage to the property. I have countless stories of tenants stripping a house on their way out.
Good morning. Good morning and welcome to the 2019 Oakland County Land Sale. I'm Andy Meisner. I'm the Oakland County Treasurer, and I want to thank George Derdarian. Hey George, wave. This is our host right here. He has been hosting us for years here at the Ultimate Soccer Arena. I appreciate all of you being here today. Oakland County Land Sale. Who has been here before by a show of hands? See a lot of familiar faces. Who hasn't been here? Who's a first-time auction goer? Good. Okay, great. Well, welcome to all of you. I appreciate all of your interest in owning property in Oakland County. It's something that we take very seriously. We take protecting our property values seriously, and we appreciate your partnership in taking some properties that have fallen on hard times and need to be put back on the tax roll. And so that requires your partnership and your good faith. This can be a win-win. But I want to make clear that our expectation is that the properties that you purchase today, you're going to take care of them. You're going to treat them kindly. If there's renovation that needs to be happening, we want you to do that in conjunction with your local government. And we think that with Oakland County property values going up almost 10% last year, this is something that really can be good for everybody as long as we do it the right way. Put that number up high so that we can see it. And if you're not bidding, keep it down here on your lap. Because sometimes people are kind of doing one of these, and so we want a real clear, pronounced bid. And once again, I want to thank you for being here. Now I'm going to turn it over to our auctioneer, Paul Emmer. Paul, yeah, thank you, Brad. Right.
Good morning. How's everybody today? Okay, I have a few rules to go over, procedures for auctions, especially for those of you who have never attended before. First of all, it's real simple. Like any other auction, I'm going to call off two numbers. The first number is the bid that I already have. The second number, or the higher number, is the bid that I'm asking for. And if you raise your paddle, you're bidding the second number or the higher bid. Okay? Please raise your paddle, as Andy noted, and we also record backup bidders. That's one of the reasons why we have to see all the paddles, because we're writing down who came in second place for each of the auctions, just in case. If you're not familiar with bidding at auctions, it's real simple. Go ahead and raise your paddle. We'll probably make eye contact, and it should be pretty obvious if you're the bidder or not. Now, I've been doing this a while, and I've also realized that there's some people who think that they're the high bidder, but they're not. And so if I look at you and I say, you're not on, that means I don't have the high bid from you, and if the sale ends right now, you're not getting it. Conversely, if I look at you and say you are on, then that means you're the high bidder, and if I hit the hammer, you're going to get the property. If you're not sure, go ahead and bid again, because I won't let you bid against yourself. So if you go and raise your paddle and you're already the high bidder, I'll point at you and say you're on, and that way you know you're the high bidder. But you're not gonna ratchet up your own bid. I won't do that to you. Okay? Tempting as it may be. So we want a fair auction here. We want everybody to have a good time. Good luck to everybody. I hope you get what you want. Also, one more note. This hasn't been a problem the last couple of years, thankfully, but it used to be, where we'll go past a property that you're interested in, and it may or may not get any bids. But once we go past the property, that's it. We're not going backwards, and if we don't get any bids here today on any of these properties, or on some of these properties, then they will go forward to the next auction later this fall. I believe it's in October. Okay, so if we get 10 properties past where you wanted to bid, we're not going to go back, because that might not be fair to a person who left thinking that property didn't sell. Okay, so please pay attention, mark your sheet, know where we're at. And to repeat Mr. Meisner's comments earlier, if you're on the wings, you people over here are okay, but if you're over in that grandstand over there, when a property comes up that you're interested in, do yourself a favor and get at least over to this walkway here and stand in front so I can see you. Then you can return to your seat when your property is over with. 68, 10,000, 15,000, 20 where, 20,000, 20,000, 25. Ooh, 25,000, got 20,000 straight away. 25 right here in the alcove. 25, now 30. I got 25, we go 30, $30,000 bid. 30 over there behind the fence. We go 35, sir. Now 40 up there. We go 40 in the red shirt. You're on at 35, 1248. 35, 40,000. 42.5. 45 where? 47.5, 50,000 where? You go 50, 50,000, you go 52.5, now 55,000, 55 right here, 57.5, 60 where? I got 57.5 over there with his hand up. Who say 60,000? I got 57.5, who say 60? Who say 60? 60, you're on right there. 60, you're on. Okay, 62.5, 65 where? I got 62.5 right here. Who give me 65? This is 65,000, 65, thank you, 67.5, 70,000 now. Now 72.5, now 75,000, now 77.5, now $80,000, now 82.5, now 85,000, 87.5, $90,000, 92.5, 95,000, 97.5, $100,000, 102.5, 105, 107.5, 110, 115 now 120. I got 115 to go to 120, 115 to go to 120, 117.5 help you. We go 117.5. Look at me, 175. You are not on. Last call, 115. Sold 1248, 115.